What's up, Blockheads? We are sitting here at Seminole Harley-Davidson, and in front of me sets a brand new 2020 Harley-Davidson Livewire, which Seminole Harley-Davidson is loaning me. Pretty cool opportunity, so big thanks to Seminole Harley. You guys be sure to hit them up. So we're gonna get Eddie here to kind of give us a rundown real quick of the Livewire. So what can you tell us about it in terms of, I don't know, electric motorcycle?
So yeah, this is not real new technology. There's automobiles and things that are out there that do it, but for Harley, they wanted to raise the bar a little bit. So they've done a couple different things. Not your traditional or your dad's Fat Boy, obviously.
Yeah, not at all.
It's slim, it's tight, nice inverted forks, radial style brakes, good suspension. It's more sport oriented for sure. You know, the thing about it, the thing that I'm sure you're going to figure out is what is actual range before full charge or half charge and things like that. But it has 4 different settings and modes and things like that you can set up. 2 of those, actually there's a total of 5, but 2 of those you can customize yourself. So the main setting that you're probably going to leave it in is more of a sport setting. That'll give you the most performance value behind it, using some of the regenerative properties that it uses. Brakes, obviously there's no clutch or clutch lever or shifter, so that'll be the goofiest thing for you to figure out.
That's so weird.
Other than that, it's really just a motorcycle. It's got the standard hand controls and, like I said, a regular brake and a foot lever for your rear brake. The charging ports are in a traditional space, so you're set up and ready to go. This simply just pops up and allows you to plug into what you would normally find in a charging station, and we're seeing them all over the place. So super cool.
So yeah, we're going to be experiencing this bike for a few days. We're going to put it through its paces, you know, and kind of report back to you guys. Test number 1 is going to be taking it on Interstate 4 here, so it should be interesting getting on a bike that is totally silent on one of the worst interstates. Wish me luck.
I love it.
Super cool opportunity, you know, being able to take one of these for an extended period of time. Seminole Harley-Davidson, cool enough to set this up. Harley-Davidson, cool enough to like kind of provide the opportunity. Before I do get too far into it, guys, so just to let y'all know, this is part of Seminole Harley-Davidson's rental fleet. So if you guys want to try this bike out, you can come up here and you can rent it for, you know, a couple days, week, however long you want, just to kind of experience it, which, I mean, to me, I think is really neat. One of the real cool things is Seminole Harley-Davidson, actually, they told me, they were like, I was like, okay, cool, like, well, how do you guys want me to, like, let people know that it's available and stuff like that? And they were like, just let people know that the Livewire is now available at rental places at Harley-Davidson dealerships. Whatever one they can get on, point them in that direction, tell them to look it up. So they are very much just kind of about wanting you guys to experience this bike. Now, I know there's a lot of naysayers out there about an electric bike. I mean, you guys know I've got the 131 that we're working on, the stage 4 that we're making an absolute beast, Goldzilla. But just there's just something different about this. Whenever I took a test ride, I remember smiling ear to ear with this thing, and just taking it from, you know, I took it from the charging station over there to over here. And I mean, I'm shaking my head, you know, because it was just like, this is crazy. It's just, it feels cool. It sounds cool. You know, it's a much different style for Harley-Davidson. I'm looking forward to experiencing this thing, like what's actually like to have one for an extended period of time. So we're going to throw a leg over it and get going. I've already done a test ride video on this. If you guys want to see that test ride video, go check it out to get like kind of those first thoughts and feedback on it. I wonder if you could flip these mirrors. It might be useful. I might hit the indicators though. Not my bike. Stop thinking about modifying it. Alright, so on here, and then you just press and hold for on. So we are on. We got a 70-mile range, 68% battery life. Dude, charging this thing up. Show you guys whenever I get home. I'll plug it in. For selection, let's just see what mode we're in. We'll have to figure out how to do sport mode. It doesn't seem to be available there, which is weird. No clutch, because it's all one gear. No shift lever, because it's all one gear. So your left foot is just kind of like your left hand, your left foot. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to. So let's go take this thing on the interstate. Alright guys, I do apologize beforehand, because like I said, I apologize beforehand for all the laughing, the giggling. You guys know that's like a really good sign though. If it can put a smile on your face just at the twist of the wrist. Dude, this is so weird. It's so quiet. Like I said, coming from 131, which is just a monster, to this thing, I feel like I'm a freaking ninja right now. Like, it's just nimble, stands tall, it's got rear sets. I mean, I feel like I'm on an electric Harley sport bike. Love it. Do have to do a little bit of mirror lean. Dude, it's so strange. Like, coming to a stop and all, I keep on wanting to reach for clutch lever, but it just doesn't exist. It is incredibly weird being in this position of, like, I'm sitting on the road right now on a motorcycle, and there's just no sound. It's just totally quiet. Gonna take some getting used to. This also kind of brings up the whole thing of, like, loud pipes save lives. I feel like whenever you've got, you know, a louder bike, people can hear it and they're like more aware of you. One of those things with riding motorcycles is that's really important is visibility, you know, because you're obviously smaller than a car, and all these people here are distracted by music or a podcast or their phones, mostly their phones. You want to be visible, and so, you know, this bike does have like LEDs and all that fun stuff where it's nice and bright. People can't hear you, and I know there's that whole debate of loud pipes save lives. I'm a firm believer that loud pipes do help, you know, people hearing you. Like, if they can hear you, they know you're around, and then at, you know, some point they end up knowing, okay, like maybe they're in my blind spot, and so they double check or triple check. So right off the bat, I do apologize if there's a good amount of wind noise, because obviously there's like no fairing or anything. Normally, you know, I've got that Memphis Shades Road Warrior that I'm behind, just kind of helping to protect the helmet from getting a ton of wind noise. No fairing on this thing, even if I were to duck down. Wow. Woo! Look at that. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. I need to tighten my helmet. So when I've talked about this bike beforehand, you know, I've always talked about it being like more of like an in-town commuter. Obviously, well, like first right off the bat, like technically we're in town, like in Orlando. You know, I'm more like to the north of Orlando right now. The fastest way between here and my house is the interstate. I could take back roads and stuff, but I mean, it's probably pretty much rush hour-ish. So I'm gonna get stuck in traffic for sure. But the fastest way between here and my house is interstate, and so yay, congrats, we get to try out the Livewire for an extended period of time on the interstate. Woo, that wind on this thing ain't no joke. It's beating me up. I'm sure you guys can hear plenty of that. This thing is totally silent. You can't hear it at all. It is like an exceptionally windy day too, so I'm getting like a nice crosswind here. Oh, well, we got cruise control, so we'll just boop, take that off, just tighten this strap a little bit, tighten that strap a little bit, roll forward, cruise control off, and we back. Oh dude, it feels so smooth. And go. Wow. This bike is ridiculous. So yeah, sustained speeds. I mean, you guys can see how fast I'm going here. It handles great. It feels super planted. It feels really smooth. You know, all that power on demand. You've got one gear, like I said, and you pretty much just pull back on it and you're gone. See? I'm really trying to get away from this wind though, and there's just nowhere to go. I'm just trying to, you know, like get tucked and get aerodynamic with the helmet. This is gonna take some getting used to. Freaking riding. I feel like such a cross between, like, you know, sport bike. So I'm sitting upright, not quite rear sets. The rider triangle on it is it's very comfortable. I mean, pretty much upright, you know. Ooh, good bump. Shit. That suspension took it like a champ though. Thanks, i4. I feel so like vulnerable right now, man. Such a quiet, small bike on the interstate. It's a hella change for me. I've been putting some miles on that, you know, on Goldzilla 131. So to go from that, that's pretty much been the primary lately. I've been riding the hell out of that thing because I'm really trying to get those miles up there. So so that we can check the pistons whenever we swap out the heads. So going from that to this, that's a hella jump. It's crazy to think they're both Harleys. Bro, this thing handles so well. It's just the power distribution on it, you know? It's like, if I were comparing this to like a cam, the power is so linear and predictable, and it's crazy that you can just change it at the flick of a button. Mode, boop, right there, change it. We're just sticking in road mode for now till I get acclimated to it, and then, you know, at some point we'll switch it over into sport mode and get a little more sporty with it. You see my hand? It just went for a clutch lever. Doesn't exist. Ridiculous. I'm sorry guys, it's not me, it's the bike. Okay, we're done with interstate. Well, like 90 miles an hour interstate speeds ish, for a little bit anyways. Dude, it's so funny. So whenever I'm hitting bumps, I'm hearing something, and it's kind of like, okay, is that the bike? Normally when riding, I'm not used to being able to like hear much else besides the exhaust, and so with I can like hear the tires on the road. That's what I'm hearing. You'll hear like kind of a slap sound, and it's totally the tires on the road, like going over bumps and stuff. The suspension like extending and the tires like making contact. It's wild. It's a totally different experience. Giving you guys like an honest thoughts, impressions, feedback about this thing, and yeah, once again, big thanks to Seminole Harley. Like, I really appreciate it. Super cool opportunity. Never thought it would be an opportunity that I would get, you know? I mean, it's a freaking manufacturer being like, here, take this bike. It's badass. A lot of that's thanks to you guys too, you know, hitting that subscribe button, being patrons. Success of the channel is partly because of y'all, so I appreciate you guys. So my range has gone down from, what did it say? I think it said like 70 miles whenever we first started, right about 70 miles. I wish I had like a brake modulator that like made the rear lights flash, so I feel so strange with it not making noise. I feel like I'm way less visible on this thing for some reason. Let's go. Doesn't feel like it. Woo! Bump! Big bump! The suspension is a little stiff, but still took it like a champ. Another bump. So a good thing about the where the controls are, the foot controls, is you kind of raise up if you see those coming, brace for impact. Man, I really need to tighten my helmet. What do you guys think? You guys let me know your thoughts with this first initial highway run. Hell yeah, 37 miles. We're definitely going to test that. Is the range that Harley-Davidson tells us the actual range? We'll see. Yeah, like I was saying, you guys let me know your thoughts on this whole thing, opportunity, experience. Have you guys ever ridden a Livewire? If you haven't, would highly recommend going to try it out. They're a hell of a lot of fun, like ridiculous. Oh, the braking feels so good. It's so quiet, guys. It's so quiet. It's so weird. Shh. Listen how quiet it is. You hear that? Me neither. There's nothing. There's just, I hear the sound of the wind and the trees. This is a totally new experience. Usually my bike has like some kind of exhaust, or it's making some kind of noise. The noise this thing makes. Tasty Tron goodness right there. Ones and zeros. Nerd. The amount of power on this thing and the ability to like put yourself wherever you want in traffic. insane. First ride, got some interstate, we got some residential. We're gonna put it through its paces, and like by the time we're done testing this thing out, I'll hopefully have like more words for you guys, because I just kind of find myself, I keep on like shaking my head, and I'd be really interested to see what like the power delivery looks like on this, on a dyno, but I know since it's battery powered, it doesn't really work with a dyno, unfortunately. All right, so let's go ahead and cut from here to the garage and plugging it in. I think it will give us like a time, like an estimated time for recharging on the display here. By the way, you can totally adjust. All right, let's go ahead and cut to in the garage. All right, guys, so in the garage, and we're just gonna go ahead and hook it up to some power so we can recharge it, which is right here. Man, it's really weird seeing the Livewire in this garage next to my Stage 4 131. I can't say that I've ever done this before for a motorcycle. So we got power, pull out, this raises up, locks open. Gonna go ahead and open that. Take out the power stuffs. All right, plug that in. Latch side up. You can hear it charging up. It sounds like a liquid sound too. So basically it's recharging. You can see the battery level as per the gauges here. Red meaning low, yellow meaning medium, and then green meaning high. Via this charge method that says estimated time to full is 9 hours and 13 minutes. I'm currently at 30% with a range of 31 miles left. So I think that's pretty much it. I mean, this is just all the settings and stuff. You can go through and, you know, enable or disable ride modes, you know, see which each one of them like gives you in terms of power. Sport mode, we're gonna try that out in the next video. So 100% power, 80% regen, 80% throttle, high traction control. And then you can have these like custom maps too. So you've got custom A, B, and C, and you can go in there and set them up however you want, which is pretty cool. For now, we're just gonna go ahead and let her charge overnight, and estimated time to full, 9 hours, 3 minutes. Yeah, I'll just leave her be overnight. Pretty lengthy cable, so parking it in your garage, you should have plenty of like power outlets. You know, I've got a bunch over there. You know, I've got a couple over here. I think there's 1 or 2 over here. And then obviously the one from the center that we're plugged into right now. This just flashes blue as it's charging, a portable EV charger. Hope you guys are stoked about this incoming kind of series with the Harley-Davidson Livewire. Big thanks once again to Seminole Harley-Davidson, really appreciate you. Y'all be sure to check them out. I'll be sure to drop the link on the screen here as well as down in the description below. If you guys are interested in possibly getting some experience with this bike, check out their rental program. So there's a little tab right here. Whenever you want to put it down, press in, and it goes down. Super cool. Let me know what y'all want to see in these like series of videos. If there's anything specific that you want to see, we're definitely going to be doing a range test. You know, we'll charge it up, and then I'm just going to go ride until it basically like nearly dies. See how far we can actually get based on like what Harley says is the range versus what the actual range is. You know, we're going to be putting it up against a couple bikes like that one right there, Goldzilla 131 Stage 4. Probably a couple others. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know if you guys have any requests. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit the like button for me. Hitting that like button helps out the channel quite a bit. Y'all be sure to drop a comment down below also. If you guys enjoy this kind of content and you want to see some more of it, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon also so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. And until next time, you guys, ride safe, stay vigilant, and catch you in the next one. Peace.